Everybody, my name is Jessica Pierce and I am the academic advisor in Health and Human Performance, and I'm sorry I can't be with you at orientation, but hopefully this video will answer some of your questions, and I'm also going to give you a way to contact me. So if you want to meet later throughout the summer, I should be there and I'm happy to do that for you. So this is my first video for something like this, so we're kind of learning as we go, but I'll first just tell you a few things about Health and Human Performance. So it's commonly referred to as HHP across campus, and we've got 3 undergraduate programs, the largest of which is exercise science. Then we have sport, outdoor recreation, and tourism management, followed by our health and physical education teaching program, which is a licensure program for K through 12. So hopefully you are in the right program and you're interested in either exercise science, sport management, outdoor recreation, tourism, or health and physical education teaching. So I'm going to just spend a few minutes telling you about each program, and let's make sure you're in the right one, and we'll go from there. So first we are going to talk about exercise science, and this is our program that leads people into post-professional programs and graduate schools, things like physical therapy, occupational therapy, athletic training. I also have students that are interested in pursuing medical school, physician's assistant, chiropractic, just a bunch of different programs. So if you are thinking you're wanting to pursue additional school in one of those post-professional programs, then exercise science is the right program for you to be in. So that major is comprised of about 56 credit hours in the program, and then it has a 30-hour credit block where students can take the prerequisite courses to their intended graduate program. So between things like biology 2, chemistry 2, calculus, physics 1 and 2, functional human anatomy and physiology, things like that. For something such as physician's assistants, you'll go into more of the organic chemistry sequence, biochemistry, microbiology, things like that. So that program includes 30 credits of electives. Our goal is to hopefully allow you to take those prerequisite courses as part of your undergraduate coursework so that you can kind of seamlessly move from the undergraduate curriculum into your graduate studies. So we will work with you kind of in the fall. Once you get here and are situated, we'll make sure that on the clear path for advisement, which you will get at orientation, should be in your packet, we'll make sure that where it says electives, we've properly listed what those electives would be for you. Now, not everyone does lab sciences, so I've got several students that will take a minor in business or a minor in psychology, a minor in communication, anything like that. So just be thinking about what you might want your electives to be, and then once we're back in the fall semester and can meet together on a more regular basis, we can kind of iron those out a little better. Moving to our SORT major is what it is called commonly. So that's the sport, outdoor recreation, and tourism management. So this is going to be gearing you for careers in sport administration and sport management, doing some facilities and operation management, working with, let's say, sports teams or sporting agencies. It's also going to be working in things like parks and recreation, visitor centers, the tourism kind of aspect of a city. So I always use the Ironman as an example that comes to Chattanooga. And so this is an event that you may or may not want to participate in as an athlete, but perhaps the logistical part of it is something that interests you. So where do the athletes stay when they come to town? Where do they eat? Where do they park? How do they get around the city? So like I said, that logistical side of things, bringing the sporting and outdoor rec industry into a city and kind of facilitating the marriage between those two. Chattanooga also has the Lookouts, which is a AA affiliate of the Major League Twins. And so this is another common place that we see students looking for employment once they graduate. And so working in the ticketing and operations office for something like the Chattanooga Lookouts would be a career that you could go into from this major. And then we have our health and physical education teaching. It's a K-12 licensure. You will be eligible to sit for both your health and physical education praxis. And so that's great. It's also a K through 12, which means you don't have to just choose elementary, middle school, or high school. You are going to be licensed to do the whole gamut, which is really nice. For students who are interested in having a secondary licensure, that's something that we're really common with in our program. So whether that's you might want to teach special education or history, biology, something like that, it's really common for our students to add a secondary licensure along with the health and physical education curriculum. So now I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about some of the documents that you have in your folder at orientation, and one of which is our Clear Path for Advisement. So this is an Excel template that I have created for each of you in order to show how your transfer classes have come into our programs, and then also what's left for you to still complete. So everyone's clear path is different because, especially as transfer students, you have all brought in numerous amounts of credits from varying different programs across the institutions. And so the clear path is, the idea is to show you how it plugs in and what is still left. So hopefully I have made that clear for you. Please know if you've got questions, we can talk about those throughout the remainder of the summer since I'm not able to be with you at orientation, and I'll be happy to kind of further explain that document. That document is something we will continue to use and update throughout your time at UTC. So hang on to it and become familiar with it, because it is something that we will use every semester as we are planning our future classes. So that's one of the documents. The second document is your actual class schedule, or at least an attempted class schedule. So UTC does pre-registration of all of our incoming first-year students as well as transfer students. Now, some of you may be looking at the schedule and thinking, this is great, has all my classes, I'm full-time, I'm good, I'm ready to go eat some lunch. Others of you may be looking at 1 or 2 classes and thinking, this isn't going to work for me. So that's why I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our waitlist process that we use at UTC. So due to the waitlist, there were several actually, courses that I was not able to pre-register you in due to the fact that those classes were already full and other students were on the wait list. So at orientation and from each day until classes start really in August, you can access the wait list and you can access your course schedule, and you can make any changes that you deem necessary and appropriate. So there are several of you that have got notes on your clear path from me where there's classes I want you to join the wait list for. The classes that are in HHP and nutrition, we are going to do our absolute best throughout the remainder of the summer to get you enrolled in those classes so you can go ahead and start in your major. There are, however, some of the classes that are just fulfilling general education requirements or other program requirements, maybe things like biology or chemistry. And so those are, while very important, may or may not be absolutely crucial to having during the fall semester. So I've tried to make those notes for you and tried to make them as clear as possible. Like I said earlier, I will be available through the summer, and I'm going to give you my email so you can contact me with other questions. There are going to be advisors in the lab at orientation that can help you understand my clear path and maybe some of the notes that I've left for you. They're going to help you join the wait list for certain classes and kind of talk to you about how that process works. So I think you will be well taken care of, and we will get everything situated by the time these classes start for you on August the 20th. So I just want to end by giving you my email address, which is jessica-pierce01@utc.edu. So that's Jessica, Jessica, dash, like the little hyphen in between a phone number, Pierce, Pierce, and then the numbers 01@utc.edu. So the 01 are very important, as there are 2 Jessica Pierces on campus, and the other one is very generous and will forward me any email she might receive. But if you make sure to add me as a contact and include that 01, you'll be just fine. I'll receive your notes and we can talk back and forth. I also have a Text Now account that is set up on my computer. You are welcome to text me at, the number is 423-388-2087. So I know that some people are comfortable with texting. You like to text quick questions, things like that. It comes into my computer. If I am there, then it's really easy for me just to type you back a response, and it might not be anything that we need to have an email conversation about, and so texting me is just fine. So once again, it's jessica-pierce01@utc.edu, and you can text me at 423-388-2087. Now for the orientation session, for the most part, you're going to be in the library. You're meeting with my boss, Dr. Marisa Colston, and then you'll go to the 3rd floor and meet with the advisors to further talk about your class schedule. Now, my office is in the Metro building on the 2nd floor. So we are on the corner of Oak and Houston Streets, and you'll be familiar with the Metro building come August, as there are several of your HHP and nutrition classes that are in that building. So I don't worry that we will not see each other again. We'll probably see each other more than you would like. But I will be available to you, especially if you're local in and around the Chattanooga area. Please feel free to come in, or, email me rather. And let's set up a time for you to come in so we can have a one-on-one appointment. A lot of times with transfer students, you have a lot of nuanced questions that are really better answered in a one-on-one setting. And I just want you to know that I'm happy to do that for you. There were 2 on the original list of the SORT majors, and on those clear paths, I have written the email addresses of the SORT faculty advisors for you. I'm not sure what their summer schedules are, since they are 9-month faculty. So if you can't get a hold of one of them, then I'm happy to answer your general inquiries about the SORT program, and then you can get a hold of one of them during the fall semester. Dr. Jamie Harvey is our faculty advisor for health and physical education. And so if anyone has changed to that major, then she is the person with whom you would speak to have any questions or concerns answered about that major. So we look forward to having you in HHP come August, and we welcome you to UTC, and I look forward to seeing you and working with you all, and I hope you have a great rest of your summer. Go Mocs!